Hi, in this video I will talk about the light surah, the verse 35, and its relationship with physics and physical terminology. So God gives people so mentioning God is giving some people light, and it has something to do with being a good commemorating God. God in house is exalted by God. It's like somehow God giving, so this is my understanding by the way, God is giving this light to people who mention God's name. And so let's read this. And in the Quran we see in another verse like Apocalypse Day, some people have light. It's like some sort of some measurement of being a good person. So if you are a better person, you have stronger light or something like that. But this is actually a physical metaphor, not exactly telling what it is. But it should be something that cannot be seen, actually. God is the light of the... Let's read it first. And so we understand it as metaphor because there are other examples of God's light. God is the light of the heavens and the earth. The allegory of his light is that a concave mirror behind a lamp that is placed inside a glass container. The glass container is like a bright, pearl-like star. The fuel thereof is supplied from a blast oil-producing tree that is neither eastern nor western. Its oil is almost self-radiating, needs no fire to ignite it. Light upon light. God guides to his light whomever he wills. God thus says the parable. So this is like God is mentioning that this is actually example. It's not the light that we know. God is fully aware of all things. So in houses exalted by God, for his name is commemorated therein, glorifying him therein day and night. People who are not distracted by business or trade from commemorating God, they observe the Salat and give the obligatory charity, and they are conscious of the day when the minds and eyes will be horrified. God will certainly reward them for their good works, and will shower them with his grace. God provides whomever he wills without limits. So we see that this is the first explanation, is like a physics. And this is another explanation, physics. As for those who disbelieve, their works are like a mirage in a desert. So they are doing some things, like they're not mentioning God. They also, in the beginning of this surah, we see that some good things are mentioned, good behavior. A thirsty person, so this is important. Their works are like, so do they have the light? So you can ask that. Or they think they are the one who make every good things in the world. A thirsty person thinks that it is water, but when he reads it, he finds that it is nothing, and he finds God there instead, to requite him fully for his works. God is the most efficient reckoner. So it is like, since they lack of the light, they're like a mirage in desert. There's nothing actually they do, but God is doing it. So another allegory. So and if there is an allegory, God is keep saying this is allegory, not literal thing. And because it is not actually light, like if it is light, then we'll just say like, where is the light? I don't see any light. Like, so that you cannot ask something like this. Another allegory is that of being total darkness in the midst of. So there is another thing about waves in the midst of a violent ocean, with waves upon waves. So this is like waves upon waves is like needs almost self-radiating. Waves upon waves. In addition to tikva, darkness upon darkness. If he looked at his own hand, he could barely see it. Whomever God deprives of light will have no light. It is like somehow. So let's read it further. God, do you not realize that everyone in the heavens and the earth glorifies God, even the birds as they fly in a column. Each know his prayer and glorification. God is fully aware of everything they do. So, some people say that, so if you are believing and meditating, the brain will have such signals like waves. So this is like not that wave that we cannot observe, but this God is like trying to define something else, like something praying related marker we see. and this is consistent. So we cannot see here, and God doesn't claim you can see this, but God consistently mentioning it in these verses. So this is a consistent, and it is actually affecting them, and it has something to do with mentioning God's name, and and so that's why it is important. And so that and in so that this is and these examples are also very dense, and it is explaining and giving you guidelines to have a better life and to have a life without much pressure. So this is all I want to say in this video, and thanks for watching this video, and I hope to see you in the next video, and God knows better.